Hey everybody, it's Jason Wood at 11 O'Clock Comics, and we are back again with another look at DC Connect. This time it is the January 2023 catalog for books that will mainly be hitting the stands on March 2023. Up first we have Adventures of Superman, John Kent #1, written by one of DC's best writers, Tom Taylor, with art by Clayton Henry. This is the first of a 6-issue limited series featuring John Kent as he travels the multiverse and takes on Ultraman. We are going to stick with Tom Taylor as he is up to bat again with Batman One Bad Day, Ra's al Ghul #1. Very long title, but for the last few months, DC's been putting out these one-shots featuring different Batman villains, and they've been all under the One Bad Day moniker. I have to say, of the few that I've read, they've all been excellent, and it's a prestige format 64-page one-shot. Joining Taylor on the book is artist Yvonne Hayes with inks by Danny Mickey, and I've always thought Ra's al Ghul was cool, and this is the final of the One Bad Day one-shots, and I think they're going to go out in style. DC is bringing us a new incarnation of the Doom Patrol. This time it's Unstoppable Doom Patrol #1, written by Dennis Culver, with art by Chris Burnham. Burnham is a longtime friend of the show, and we adore his artwork, and it's nice to see him back on a big DC book. It looks like this incarnation of Doom Patrol is going to have the classic members like Robot Man, Elasti-Woman, and Negative Man, but they'll be joined by a couple of new characters as well, namely Beast Girl and Degenerate. Superman Space Age gets the hardcover treatment. This is a 3-issue limited series that is written by Mark Russell with art by Mike Allred, and that's really the draw here for me. I read the first issue and decided to wait for the collection for the rest, and here we are. I will say I do need to do a little bit of digging before I can fully recommend this because, as I mentioned, it was a 3-issue limited series, but the book itself is being solicited as a $29.99 hardcover at 264 pages, so I'm just not sure where the rest of that page count comes in. Maybe each issue was 80 pages and I'm forgetting, but either way, it certainly was something that I thought was a visual stunner in that first issue, and I'm going to check it out. Directly on the next page is a reprint of a book that should be on everyone's shelves if you're a DC fan. That is Shazam, The Monster Society of Evil, written and drawn by Jeff Smith. Yes, the incomparable Jeff Smith, a.k.a. Bone Jeff Smith. Many years ago, it's got probably 10, 15, maybe even longer years ago, Jeff did a 4-issue miniseries featuring Shazam, and it's been collected a few times. This time it is a 272-page hardcover, and I already have this in issues and a collection, but if you don't, this is absolutely worthy of your consideration. The powerhouse creative duo of Mark Waid and Dan Mora are bringing us lucky number 13 of Batman Superman World's Finest. This book has been an absolute blast from the start and is certainly at or near the top of many people's choice for favorite new book from DC in 2022. So let's continue the ride. This time, it's focusing on Metamorpho, DC's characters, in a way that no one else can. He is joined by his frequent collaborative partner, Jorge Fornes, in Danger Street, #4 on sale this month. This, again, is issue 4 of 12. Featuring Lady Cop as she investigates a murder, as well as an appearance by Manhunter. This is essentially Tom's look at a bunch of C-list DC characters and intertwining them into a new adventure. If you know me at all, you know that Nightwing is going to be on my list for as long as Tom Taylor continues this epic run. We've got number 102 on the docket. This time art by Travis Moore, although Bruno Redondo does chip in on the cover. I don't know what else I can say. This has continuously been one of my favorite superhero books from either Marvel or DC. And as I said, if Tom Taylor's writing it, I don't see that changing anytime soon. I was way late to the party on this next book, but I have seen the light and caught up over the last few weeks, and now I am on board. Poison Ivy. We've got issue number 10, written by G. Willow Wilson, with art by Marcio Takara, longtime friend of the podcast. As I alluded, this book is one of those that just escaped me in 2022 until very late in the year. But boy, oh boy, am I thrilled to have caught up. This is exciting, action-packed, and has an edge to it. And Takara is doing the best work of his career. What would a month of DC Connect be without multiple Tom King recommendations? This time we've got Gotham City Year 1, number 6. That is number 6 of 6. Yes, it is the conclusion to the terrific miniseries he's been doing with Phil Hester and Eric Gapster. This book centers around private detective Slam Bradley, and it's set in the very early days of Gotham City. I'm mystified by what seems to be a complete lack of excitement or buzz around the return of Fables. Maybe you can't go home again, but for my money, Bill Willingham and Mark Buckingham picked up right where they left off, and so far, so great. We've got the 9th of 12 issues solicited this month. That would be Fables number 159. I should mention that Steve Leialoha joins the team as usual on inks, and this has been as good as the original Fables run. It feels just like we never skipped a beat. So if you are in doubt, maybe at this point you want to sit back and wait for the collected edition. That would make some sense, but either way, I definitely recommend the story. We're going to round out this month's DC Connect with Justice Society of America number 5, written by Jeff Johns with art by Mikel Janin. As I think I've mentioned in prior months, John's original run on Justice Society, I believe it was JSA back then, was one of the books that turned me from a lifelong Marvel zombie into someone who reads as much DC as I do Marvel. So very excited to have it back, particularly with him at the helm, and Janine is a absolutely perfect artistic partner for his efforts. That will do it for this month's DC Connect. As always, I hope this was of value to you. That's the whole reason we do it. I would love to hear what you think I may have missed or is worthy of my and our community's attention. The easiest way for you to let me know is to hit us up at 11o'clockcomics.com or patreon.com/11o'clockcomics or on our Facebook group, which if you're a member of Facebook, you can search, if you're not already a member, for 11 O'Clock Comics. All are very vibrant communities, and most importantly, please do give the main podcast a listen. For those who are new to our community, we do 6 episodes per month, at least once a week, usually on Wednesdays for a few hours. My co-hosts and I, Vince, David, and myself, chat with you about all kinds of comics and comic culture. So give that a listen. You can find it anywhere, Spotify, iTunes, and the like. And join us for the conversation. We always welcome new voices.